Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Kick Up Flicks. My name is Chris D, and I hope you are having a fantastic day today. So, I went to go see the Northman this past weekend, and I thought it was really good. If you are looking for a movie where it's army versus army, this is not it. You can pretty much throw that away. This is a movie about revenge. It sits around the plot of a young boy or prince who watches his father, who is the king of the Vikings, from what I understood, who gets killed by his brother, and he watches the whole entire event. And then on top of that, the uncle decides to say, hey, go kill the boy, and he ends up getting away. And that's where this movie comes into play, with the whole entire thing of revenge. He's going to revenge his father, save his mother, and then go and kill his uncle. And that is something you hear a lot in the beginning and more toward the end of the movie. And you have like this bit of a time skip where you actually get to see him as an adult and see what kind of person he is. And that's what I like about it, because not only do you get to see the person that Amleth became, you also get to see the point of the fact of the world, what the world was like, how chaotic it was, how ruthless it is. And is there a good side? Is there a bad side? Is there a side that you want to be on? Is there a sword that you don't want pointed in your direction? Who do you want to fight? I mean, he looked like a really good fighter, but this became not a simple revenge case of I'm just going to go straight there and kill you. This became a revenge case of you're going to see the years that I've tormented, and therefore I'm going to torment you until you have no choice but to fight me. And that's exactly what this movie is, and it was really done really good. However, it was really heavy movie. Minus the details of this movie and everything else, this movie is extremely heavy. I love the fact that it had lore in it and magic and the Weave of Fate, and that gave you the option of, hey, you have to go do this. This is your destiny, and then you're going to be permitted two choices. Now, I did miss it when they originally said it, but I found out later on in the movie. And you're going to have two choices. And what those two choices are, that's for you to see if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, let me know down in the comments. But that's what I love about it. You don't know your future, but you know what journey you need to go on, because that is part of your life. And that's what I like about it, because people have journeys in their lives, but they don't know their future, and they're so afraid of the future. But in order for you to reach your future, you must go on this journey. And wherever this journey might take you, whether if it's a dead end or if you find a new branch and you go, oh, maybe this might be better for me. Either way, that's what this movie is, and I like it. And trees as well, because, you know, it falls under a family tree, which I really did like that as well. My favorite part now out of the whole entire movie was the very ending. I love this fight at the very ending, because it was so raw, it was so painful, it was so just exhausting. And I mean that in a very good way. I mean, if you were to try to fight this battle in real life, your body would be physically exhausted. Other than that, the one thing that kind of came up into my mind, there was a particular part in the scene that it reminded me of Chucky a little bit. If you see the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me know down in the comments. But other than that, you know, as far as the music goes, combat goes, the detail in this movie, the coloring, the costumes, which, you know, barren but good, and how tattered everything was, the effects of blood, and I hope if you like PETA, this is not the movie for you. But everything else, this movie really did well. Now, was it a movie that I liked in the very beginning? No, I didn't really like this movie in the very beginning after I saw it. In fact, everyone who finished watching the movie, they just kind of looked at it. No one said it was a really great movie. No one said it was a bad movie. They just kind of said, huh. For me, it was a movie I actually had to sit down with for a couple of days to kind of let it sink in, to see how I really felt about it. Because it is a really dark movie. And it is really gritty, but at the same exact time, they're still telling so much into this movie and building so much into the world. And that's what ended up changing my mind of liking this movie a whole lot more, is because I just didn't know enough going into this movie. But after a couple of days, I really do kind of get the feel of this movie. And I really do like it. If you are into these kind of movies where it's about revenge and not just simple revenge, but a complicated type of revenge and love and hope and finding love. I mean, this is the movie that you would want to see. This will satisfy that urge of wanting to see a movie that is complex, but at the same time simple in its storytelling. And what I mean by simple in storytelling, not so much simple as the story itself, but the general overall from point A to point B, it all makes sense. And the stuff that doesn't make sense, well, there's a book that you can go and read, and hopefully that they can clarify a little bit more. Am I going to go do that? No, I'm not. But either way, I was satisfied. So let me know down in the comments if you've seen this movie. What was your favorite part throughout the whole entire movie? And if you like to see more of what I'm doing and you've hung in there with me for this long, thank you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button because it does help me out with that YouTube algorithm, and click the bell notification for every time I post. You won't miss anything. And most important, throughout this whole entire video of everything else, don't forget to kick up and not down, and I'll see you the next time I post. Peace.